Namaste students. Hope you are safe at home with the grace of God. Today we are going to start the topic maps and types of maps. In today's class we are going to discuss about what is a map, what are the different types of maps that we are going to use, and what is a language of the map, and as well as the directions, how we use directions in the map, and even the sub-directions also, and how these directions are going to help us to identify the location of the place. That is also we are going to discuss in today's class. It is very important for us to know about map. When we want to study about a particular place or a particular region or a country, we need to know about the geographical features of that place, the different places which is located near that particular country or a state, and it is important for us to know what might be the difference between the map and a globe. Here we are going to discuss about the globe is a model of the earth. Yes. Then what is a map? A map is a drawing of the earth or a part of it on a flat surface. Now we can see the difference here. The globe is a model of the earth and the map is a drawing of the earth on a part of it on a flat surface. Now we can identify the difference that the globe is a model of the earth and map is a drawing of the earth or a part of it on a flat surface. Now let us see how the map is useful for us and as well as how globe was useful for us. Globe, it can be carried everywhere. It cannot be easily carried everywhere. But map can be easily carried wherever we want. But the globes, the small globes we can carry, but it is not so comfortable for us to carry from one place to another. And it occupies a lot of space. The globes occupies a lot of space, and it cannot show some detailed information, as the map is going to give us detailed information about the particular place. And then as we know that map is a drawing of an earth on a flat surface, and then a person who is going to draw or creates the map is called as cartographer. And the book of maps is called an atlas. And another thing is, it is very important for us to understand that the globe, when it is compared to the globe, a map can be easily taken to different places where we can roll the map or we can easily fold the map and we can take it wherever we want. Then map can be drawn to show a country or a world or even the neighborhood places, and map can be of different sizes. The wall maps are there, even it contains different types of information as the maps are considered. Now when we start using the map, do you think that it gives a lot of information for us? And then what are the different types of the map that we are going to use? I'm going to show some of the images or examples of the map that which we are going to use it. See, here is the map which is called as a political map of India. The political map of India, it is just showing the different territories, that is the borders of the state. You can see here Karnataka in the south part, Jammu and Kashmir. You can see Tamil Nadu, Kerala in the southern region, Gujarat, Rajasthan towards the west part of this, and you can just see the eastern states also and the northern states also. This is the political map. This is an outline of a political map which shows the different states. This is a type of map which is helping us to show the different states in a country. Okay, this is one type of map which is called as political map. When it comes to the another type of map, that is what we call it as a physical map. You can see this map, it is showing the different physical features. Physical features means the geographical features of the country. Here is, you can see the northern mountains, then followed by the greenish color. The brown color is northern mountains, the greenish color is northern plains, and then the desert. You can see the desert here. This is a desert region, one of the physical features of India, and you can see the plateau region here, and you can also see the coastal plains and as well as the islands. These are the physical features of India. This is one of the important type of a map which shows the different physical features such as mountains, rivers, and plains, plateaus, and as well as islands. And all these things are being shown in a particular type of map. That is, we call it as a physical map. And then there is some other kind of map which is going to show us about a particular theme. That is also, I'll just show you as an example. You can just see this. This is the types of forest. This is a particular type of map which is going to indicate us that where the different types of forest is distributed. Here, the theme which we have taken is forest. That is the thematic map. It is a particular theme. For example, it is rainfall. Even you can go to the rainfall of the country. That is also can be drawn like this. That is, different colors can be used to show the heavy rainfall regions and average rainfall regions, and as well as the less rainfall regions. Here I have taken a theme of a forest, and you can see the distribution of the forest in India. That is shown in a different colors also. And evergreen forest you can find in some places of the eastern part, and you can thorny forest you can see in the different parts of the west side, and you can see that different types of forest is been spread out in the different parts of the country. This is about the forest, how it has been spread out. The forest which has been spreaded in the different parts of the India. Here we have taken the theme called forest. So this is a thematic map. This is one of the type of map which is going to give lot of information about the particular theme, like soil, distribution of the soils of India, like how the soil has been distributed, what are the different types of soil are present in the different place. For example, if you take northern plains, in that region you can find alluvial soil more. If you come to some part of Karnataka and the southern plateau regions, there you can find little bit black soil. And if you go to the Rajasthan, you can find the desert soil. These are the themes which we have taken about a soil or a rainfall, or as well as the forest, the distribution of the forest. All this information that we are going to get in the thematic map. So there are three different types of map, as I told you. I'm just going to write it on the board also, so that you can easily understand. Yes. Thematic map. Physical map, political map. See, I have just shown you the thematic map at the end. That is the types of forest, what I have been just shown you. And the physical map, which has in the different colors, like showing the mountains, northern plains, desert, islands, coastal plains, and plateau regions. And the political map, which was showing the borders of the different states in India. That is what these three maps are going to indicate. These three types of maps will give the lot of information about the political and the physical features, and as well as the particular themes about our country. And you can find the different countries thematic maps. That is, the thematic maps are generally given information about the rainfall in that particular region, or distribution of the soil. For example, if it is in Africa or in China, in any different places, you can find even the thematic map will give the information about the distribution of the soil, rainfall, and as well as the forest. And when it comes to the political map, you have seen that different cities is shown in the political map or states, and as well as the geographical features of the different countries, different continents can be seen. So these are the different types of map which we are going to use, but still we have something called language of the map. Even though map is used commonly, the map is also having some limitations as the earth's surface is curved. It is the paper, which is the part which we draw on the sheet of paper, will not give accurate information about the earth. And as we discussed about the language of the map, the language of the map consists of signs and symbols, and the colors which we are going to use in a map. So these are the language of the map. Language means the particular colors are used, like for water blue, for mountains brown, for deserts it is yellow, for plateaus it is pink. Like this, for water bodies it is blue, that is what, as I said before. So these are the different colors which are used universally to the maps. When we use the map, these are the colors which we are going to use. And certain signs and symbols are also used that we are going to study in detail in the coming chapters. And another thing is very important. When we want to reach some place, the directions are very important. The directions will guide us to reach the particular place. In the same way, here we need directions to locate the place. The directions are, you can see that the top of the map is north and the bottom of the map is south. Okay. When it comes to, when I stand like this, when we start indicating the different types of places, that is towards the east or towards the west or something like that, you can just identify. When you take the map of India like this, okay, if you hold like this the map of India, you can see the north part here, you can see the southern part here, and you can just see the west part, and you can see the eastern part also. So this is how the map is going to indicate. Now eastern states and the western region, when I stand like this, you can just observe that the north and south and east and west. So this is how the directions are going to help us. When we have a sub directions also, that is when we just draw the lines in between these directions, that is what we call it as a sub directions. This is the northeast, this is the northwest, southwest and southeast. These sub directions also will help us to identify the location of the place. Now if I take the map of India, this map of India, if I say that Karnataka is located to the north, it is wrong. Why? Because with the help of the direction, I can just tell you that the Karnataka is located to the south direction. In south direction, it has been located into the southwest direction. Because with the help of these sub directions also, I can able to find out that the location of the Karnataka is southwest. That is towards the southwest direction of India, the Karnataka is located. So this is how we are going to use the map, and as well as the different types of map we are going to use, and as well as we are going to use the directions and the language of the maps also, which is used for the better understanding of the map. And once we start understanding the various features of the map and different types of map, we will get the knowledge about the particular place. So it is very important for us to know about the maps and as well as about the globe. It is a common knowledge that we want to have to just study about the location of a place. So in the next class, we are going to just take some other topics. In today's class, we have discussed all these things related to the map. Dhanyavad, children.